Greetings, Change Champions. I hope you are blessed wherever you are. Four corners of the world, we are bringing you the gospel of freedom, the gospel that is talking about where we are going, the new great Zimbabwe. Thank you so much for those that are joining us on the show and those that support the platform. Scores of Zimbabweans have thronged the Magistrates Court in solidarity with the unfairly arrested. You still remember, family, we have a family that has been arrested. Those that were commemorating the Youth Day on the 16th of June. And up to now, Mnangagwa is still denying them bail. And he just wants to make sure that these people suffer in the prisons. And yet, these people should have received bail the very following day after the day of their arrest. That's exactly what should happen. But of course, we know that we are not in a normal country. We are in a lawless country. Zimbabwe remains a lawless country. And very, very embarrassing to ZANU-PF and Emmerson Mnangagwa, what they are doing, how they are portraying the justice system, the courts of Zimbabwe, the rule of law in Zimbabwe is just so embarrassing to the whole world. But anyway, it is what it is because they have to do what they are doing because their days of being over are very, very close. The days of the fall of Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF are approaching every day, closer and closer and closer. Some of these things that we are seeing happening are indeed the last kicks of a dying horse. It is very sad to see the development that is happening. And one thing that is very impressive is about the numbers of people that have started to attend or to avail themselves around the courts in solidarity with the unfairly arrested. More and more people seem to be coming in solidarity. And ZANU-PF and Mnangagwa must be very careful because when people begin to gather in their numbers, caucus in their numbers, they are getting an opportunity to speak to each other. They are beginning to have an opportunity to encourage each other. And they are beginning to see that it is possible for us to gather and resist this regime. And if they continue to let people continue to come in their numbers like that, like what Amos Baya has been saying, that where we need to come in numbers on Thursday, where they have promised that they will be giving bail to these arrested ones. But of course, with ZANU-PF, all things are possible. You can get the shock of your day again to find that the day may be pushed again ahead, depending with how which side of bed Mnangagwa is woken up from. That's how it is in Zimbabwe. And indeed, like I am saying that when people continue to gather in their numbers like that, people are beginning to see that it is possible to caucus, it is possible, to organize ourselves and resist. And you never know what may happen. Eruptions may begin, demonstrations may begin right from the courts there, and they will get out of hand to a point that Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF will not be able to contain what will be happening there. So they must be very, very careful. While they think they are fixing these people, they might be strengthening the people of Zimbabwe. Just look at the scores of people, hundreds and hundreds of people that have thronged the Magistrates Court. Can you see this? And they have been addressed by the leadership of change who were saying, let us come on Thursday in more numbers. And if we can have 5 times this number already, I'm telling you, it will be a good number that can start a resistance against ZANU-PF, and anything is possible in Zimbabwe. And I was saying what we are seeing happening in Kenya is not just going to end in Kenya. Very, very soon, we are going to be experiencing something else that is totally different in Zimbabwe. We are going to be experiencing an uprising that ZANU-PF may not even understand how it has begun, where it is coming from, and what is going. And people begin to be brave and speak. People are speaking out clearly and without fear, and that is a bad sign, especially for Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF, because our people are beginning to speak. Our people are beginning to gain bravery, and that is a sign that something is about to happen. So let us just listen to them as they were speaking at the Magistrate Court. You will forgive me if my network stands to be funny, because I'm having such a challenge with network. Let's just pray and hope that my videos will be playing well.
Takafirwa muno munyika tichina kana chokuziva tonanga kupi tanherera takafirwa nomubereka tichina baba kana vanhu vachiramba vakangovharirwa vasina kana mhosva yavakapara ndochaya kuti chii ike zvino munyika mukaenda kumapepanhau inyaya dzekurapsheni dzekutaura nezvadzo, mukabva ipapo mukaenda mumamidhia inyaya dzekurapsheni dzekutaura nezvadzo, but munhu watinotarisira sababa akasano now munhu akasano kubata chigaro chomutungamiriri ndiye Mason Mnangagwa. Chero zvazova nemuso chamisa achizouya manje manje but akasano kuchibata. Tinani Mike Mshimombe, tinachivayo. Varikutaura vari kupa mamillions iwayo akatorwa anokwanisa kunobhadhara macivic servants edu. Masoja ari kutambiriswa mari inonhuhwa. Mapurisa ari kutambiriswa mari inonhuhwa. Mavaraidzi muzvikoro havasi kutambiriswa. Saka mari dziri kubiwa idzi dzese dzikabatanidzwa dzikanobhadhara macivic servants. Nyika inoenda mberi. Nyaya yedu yemuZimbabwe haisiri nyaya yemapato. Hatichaita kutarisa kuti rwebato ripi. Ngatichibatanai tifuse Masonda Mnangagwa auye patempo azodresa nyaya dzekurapsheni.
Right, so there it is. Our people are beginning to speak, and the speaking out of our people, they are gaining momentum. The people are gaining momentum slowly. People are gathering their victory. People are gathering their, their courage to push and to push back on what ZANU-PF has been doing to our people. So, like I was saying, that family, Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF must be very careful how they tread this time around, because the ground is very volatile. Anything is likely to happen. People of Zimbabwe are angry, and people are tired, sick and tired of ZANU-PF for what they've done, taking the people of Zimbabwe for granted for all these years, and they think they will continue to get away with it. I am telling you, I was saying this other day, the day before that, I believe that the hearts of the Zimbabwean people are just, calmed down by God. It's God himself who is holding the hearts of the Zimbabwean people so that we don't find ourselves erupting at the wrong time. But I can tell you that God is able at any point to just, release the people, and then people will just wake up, in a mood of change, in a mood that ZANU-PF will never be able to contain, and that will be the end of them. So they should never be too excited and relax and thinking that all is well, because the people of Zimbabwe are resolute. Right now, the season of change has come, and anything is possible. They should never be found napping. They must stop provoking people. They must stop playing around with the people of Zimbabwe, because anything can happen at any time. So, family, we really need to be very ready to stand up for what is right, ready to show Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF that we are sick and tired of them, and we definitely have to demand our rights. We have to demand for our freedom, and that is what we will do. We are in the season of change. Change is coming. Nobody can stop this change. God is in it. Freedom of the Zimbabwean people is coming. Nobody will stop the train. The train is rolling, and we are coming towards our freedom. Family, thank you so much for joining me on the show. Let us continue to support.